Before I hear people say, "Oh, I never heard of Hole before," yes, you have. Nirvana? Kurt Cobain was married to Courtney Love, who is the founder, singer, and guitarist of Hole. But I will explain the band. Hole was an American alternative rock band formed in Los Angeles, California, in 1989. It was founded by singer and guitarist Courtney Love and guitarist Eric Erlandson. It had several different bassists and drummers, the most prolific being drummer Patty Shamel, and bassists Kristen Pfaff, d. 1994, and Melissa Auf der Mauer. Hole released a total of 4 studio albums between 2 incarnations spanning the 1990s and early 2010s and became one of the most commercially successful rock bands in history fronted by a woman. Hole is my #1 favorite band of all time. And since most people voted for me to talk about one of my favorite bands, I am going to talk about Hole's controversies. For Olivia Rodrigo's new album, Sour, she had created Sour Prom, which was a way to give fans an alternative prom experience and to celebrate the release of her debut album, Sour. She also did some photos for the experience. These photos would catch the attention of Courtney Love, who would then go on to write on Twitter, "Spot the difference. #twinning.
Here comes the hurricane, bitch. Here comes the hurricane, bitch. Here comes the hurricane, bitch.
Personally, I think that Olivia didn't intentionally mean to copy the whole album, but anyways, Love would go on to say in her Facebook comments that it was rude for Olivia to recreate this image, but added that she is not that bothered by it since it happens to her frequently. But manners is manners, she wrote. I remember when I heard about this back when it started, I was so pissed because I was starting to be introduced to Hole and I was so obsessed with their music I almost destroyed my Sour vinyl my mom bought for me. Love would also go on to say that Olivia's label, Geffen Records, is largely responsible, and blamed them for the whole situation. Olivia responded to Love on Instagram, showing her love. "Love you and lived through this so much. Olivia, you're welcome," Love replied to Rodrigo, while doubling down on her expectation of flowers and an apology. "My favorite florist is in Notting Hill, London. DM me for deets. I look forward to reading your note." There was also times where Olivia was called out. In her video for her song, Good For You, the music video appeared to be aesthetically inspired by the Megan Fox-led 2009 cult classic Jennifer's Body, which was also named after a Hole song from Live Through This. As much as I want to defend Love, I literally cannot. I'm showing a censored version in case YouTube might get angy, but there is an uncensored version on YouTube.
Now, on 3, say really loud. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can't say it. Do you feel that's politically correct now? Because I do.
I genuinely have no idea why she would even say this. A lot of people say it was because of the hard drugs she abused, but drugs don't make you racist. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. This isn't even that big of a deal in today's world, because most artists do this. But ghostwriting is when another artist creates music for another artist, but the ghost artist is not credited. This happens a lot with very popular artists, and it isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. Especially when you do your own research and can find out how many popular songs had ghostwriting. There are many rumors that Kurt helped write Hole's Live Through This album, though the band members denied these claims, only stating that Kurt sung backup vocals on 2 tracks while visiting the studio. A lot of people say it's because Hole's songs are very Nirvana sounding like, well, obviously because it's the same genre of music. And Courtney, being married to Kurt, who is basically a legend in the music world, would be influenced by Nirvana's amazing albums. Courtney is very talented when it comes to music. Maybe I am just too naive, but I feel like if he did help her in whatever way, it wasn't in bad intentions at all. But that is just my opinion. I want to keep this serious because it is genuinely heartbreaking in my opinion. But many people think that Courtney has some involvement or even killed Kurt Cobain herself. People think this because of the state he was in. He did a very large amount of heroin before shooting himself, which I guess people find strange. There are also many other key factors this Redditor seemed to put in, which I will show on screen. But what so many people push away is that Kurt was struggling a lot in his life. He was depressed and constantly had suicidal thoughts. His drug use made him feel isolated. He felt overwhelmed with the very fast success with Nirvana. He also had bipolar disorder.
Why do you think your husband killed himself?
He was ganged up upon.
Courtney, do you really feel?
I don't know.
You feel his death is your fault?
In this instance, yes.
Because?
Because I didn't need to call for an intervention. I shouldn't have called for an intervention. I just panicked.
Because you tried to get him off drugs, and because he was not able to get off drugs, even though you were trying to do the right thing, it's your fault.
He thought it was a waste of space. Yes, I told him he had dropped the baby. And I was mean about it. I wasn't really mean, but I wasn't nice about it. You know, we were really polite to each other.
And many people today will still remember Courtney as the wife of Kurt who also killed him. Truly upsetting. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.